So, they dropped the behind the scenes for the Rock the Boat music video, and you know I had to check it out because that was a great video. It was very simple, but it was very great, especially when they're still on the road and they found time to film it. Awesome. Anyway, let's get into this. Kokona looks really excited. Okay. Yeah, what's funny is like, man, that guy must be so desperate to get in touch with her that he called her on a landline from like 1992. I don't think they even make phones like this anymore. Now, what's really cool is also that shot with Juria, because I remember that shot from the music video where she turns around, they're on the stairs, and then she turns around in the other position. I don't know, it's really cool when they can composite shots like that together. And like, I wonder how they have to block her on that. Like, if they have to like make sure she's in a similar position. But I do like how that's really cool and how they blend it together so that when she's turning, like it switches perspectives and switches to different scenes each time. It's very simple. But they pulled it off very well, and I think it turns out to be very effective. Maya always loves getting right in the camera. You know what's funny? Chisa's strong enough that she can just push that by herself. Harvey and Hinata were just there for aesthetics.
Action! Record!
めっちゃかけるやん。めっちゃ怒ってる。
はーい、アクション。レコード。
なんかさ、
Kokona's like I was not a fan of that. Something's always happening to me in our music video. There is something always happening to Kokona in the music videos. I'm gonna have to go back and re-examine all the music videos now because, like, I know, like, in Woke Up, Kokona, like, cut all their hair off. What happened? I'm gonna have to. Okay, if you can remember, someone list for me all the things that that happened to Kokona in the other music videos. I'm gonna have to check it out for myself, but. No, write it down. Put it down in the comments if you know.
なんかやってましたよ私って。なんか水浴びたり針刺したりポーズしたり毎回試練ある。
Like they had to put Kokona through it for some reason.
ロックトムートの撮影現場に来ました。イエーイ。シンガポール。そうだね、シンガポール。めっちゃシンガポールのなんか綺麗な 感じとかちょっと歴史的なバイブスで撮れてすごいなんか楽しいよね。新鮮ではあるよ。マジで新鮮ではあるよ。ロックダウンとされちゃうんだよ。かっこいいかっこいいね。心を揺さぶられる。
That was pretty slick. I give it to Chisa. Chisa came in out of nowhere with that one. You had to think about it for a second. Keep that up. She's gonna also keep that up. She's also gonna be like what witty mommy is as well as muscle mommy.
に乗っていく。そう、そのために乗っていこうっていう話。セイボーイだから。セイボーイだから。ボーイ言うけどボーイ。ちょっとやばい。今日のキャラいい。いいね。なんかこの感じいい。今日のキャラいい。ちょっとフィーリングでなんていうメッセージ伝えていくよみたいな。めっちゃ XG っぽい。XG っぽいよね。確かに。皆さん真似できるぐらいちょっとシンプルかつノリ系の振り付けなので皆さんもちょっとやってほしいですね。爽やかサマー XG を楽しんでください。はい。やった。セイボーイ。ロックボーイ。
You know, I gotta say, this is on a side note, but because like you don't usually see Jurin with long hair, it's usually very short or to her shoulders. And I'll say, like the long wavy hair look works very well for Jurin. Like it's not something that I would think about as a style for her, but it's very much so. It complements her face very well. Like it brings, I don't know, it brings out her features in a very interesting way. It's a beautiful look. I love it. This is like when they went to Disneyland in China.
大地をありがとう。クジャクだ。クジャク。クジャク。そっくりだよちっちゃい。クジャクもうちじゃくねかもしれない。ちじゃくになろう。ラストシーンです。頑張ります。この帽子の中どんなになってると思いますか皆さん。それはココナしか知りません。
Only Kokona knows. And Kokona's not gonna say a thing about it. She's not gonna divulge they're not gonna divulge those secrets. Anyway, point being that one thing that I've gathered from this video is like it's not necessarily a literal video. I mean there are the images of the water, the boat, rocking the boat, but this is more of like a vibe music video where it's more about capturing the feel of the song than literally interpreting the song, which I think a lot of their videos are like that. I mean, there are some that are way more literal than others. Like I say, like Howling or Woke Up are a little bit more literal in their representation. No, maybe not Woke Up. Like the Howling, definitely Shooting Stars is also. But this one is a bit more of like a vibe video. But I think also because they kind of had to make this one probably really fast, so they didn't have time to make it as involved in certain ways as some of their other music videos.
Back and forth, calling even my friends, even on text, leaving nonsense. Don't trip, boy, give me my space. Obsession was never my thing. Take your time, you should steady your pace. What am I saying? Boy, you came and rocked the boat. Got me off the beat like shaking up the street like rock the boat. Knocked me off that way. Boy, you came and rocked the boat. Swimming in the deep part, looking in the sea. I'm off the boat. Knocked me off that way. Boy, you came and
It's funny, they did film that, but they didn't put that part in the music video. I think they switched to where they were just like cutting to different shots of them or different like callbacks to other scenes in the music video. But because that's one of the best parts of the whole performance, where they do a little lean and rock thing towards the end when it's starting to like cool down a little bit. And I'm kind of sad they didn't put that in the music video, but I mean we always have the performance, so it's just a matter of preference, really.
Okay, cut!
なんか最後に元気になっちゃった。ありがとうございました。 話みたいな気持ち。ジュラシックパーク、あ、ジュラシックワールドだった。うわー、すごくない？やってくよー。自然を感じたいときは緑。自然を。
It seems like for a lot of like everything I've seen from XG, their lives involve studio, performances, music videos, tour, and random theme park visits. Also going to Target and theme park visits. Yeah.
Yeah, midari.
Boy, you came and rocked the boat, caught me off the beat like shaking up the street.
Oh, okay.
Swimming in the deep, wide open at the sea. The boat knocked me off that way. Boy, you came in hot.
Okay, so they filmed at the Jurassic World attraction. That's actually pretty smart because there is some good scenery there, and with the green and the trees and everything like that for the environment. And it's also a good place to maybe film some of that stuff in a controlled place. So that's pretty smart. Plus, they got to hang out at Jurassic World theme park in Singapore. How can you go wrong with that? This is a nice bridge. I enjoy the architecture on it. It's just, I like the aesthetic of it. It's very white, but it's feels kind of, I don't know, abstract or futuristic or something. It's hard to explain.
You turn it up a notch, spit up a couple nuts, and I've had to drop. My heart wouldn't stop. You got me sweating, Okinawa in the summertime. Who would've thought?
Okay, we could take it two ways. Leo worked the middle while singing on top of blue waves.
I had to look away, but it was too late. I drank the Kool-Aid. I really thought that it was Gucci, maybe it was.
And if I remember, they filmed all of that with her with Harvey walking that way and Kokona walking this way and then Jern here. I think they filmed that all at the same time. That was just one shot they did, which is, you know, pretty good. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do when you're trying to do things on a budget, and you gotta save time.
太陽さんさんだね。
Boy, you came and rocked the boat, caught me off the beat like shaking up the street like rock the boat, knocked me off that way. Boy, you came and rocked the boat.
かわいいじゃん。かわいいじゃん。かわいい。ありがとう。やばいやばいやばい。これや。やばい。本物見れた。初めて見た。うわー、結構なんかグッてくるね。
What is that? I'm pretty sure it's probably a very important landmark, but I'm not hip on everything that happens in Singapore, so I don't really know. If there is someone from Singapore who has been to Singapore, let me know what that thing is. I'll try to look it up later, but if you can get to it first, let me know what that is and why she was so excited to see it. Looks cool, like a cool lion fish fountain. I don't know.
Back to back, you've been calling all day.
かわいいかわいい。イルカみたいじゃん。これが来た。え、連れてきた？全然大きさ違う。なんかすごいな。はいガイズ。これはすごい。
Boy, you came and rocked the boat, caught me off the beat like shaking up the street.
待ってバービーじゃん。いや。
She does look like a Barbie.
Swimming in the deep, wide open at the sea. I'm off the boat, knocked me off that way. Boy, you came and
And they filmed here too. You know what? You know what? That makes a lot of sense because instead of having to use green screen, one thing I've noticed about XG is they do a lot of very practical effects in their music video that you wouldn't think was a practical thing, that you would think was CG or done with a blue screen or something like that. And I appreciate, and that's one thing I appreciate about these behind the scenes videos, that you see that they just went to an aquarium and filmed at the aquarium, which is probably a lot cheaper than building a set or using green screen and CGing them in there. They come in here and like film for maybe an hour or so, just like at the Jurassic World theme park. So I really do like their usage of real world locations, and it goes to show you that when you're trying to make a video, especially and even if you're on a budget, there are locations that you can use to give you a really good aesthetic or really good visual without, you know, going insane on your budget or breaking the bank. So, my respect, XG, my respect. Botanical garden. Oh, okay. So it's botanical garden, not like a Jurassic World theme. So it's like a Jurassic World themed botanical garden. Okay, that's still pretty cool. I don't know why I thought it was a theme park attraction, but being a botanical garden, that's still very cool. And they're doing like a Jurassic World theme in it. That's pretty dope. Art museum.
満喫しましたね。日本は今ウィンターじゃないですか。そうですね。久しぶりのね、サマーを感じたし、2年ぶりぐらいじゃん。サマーソング出すっていうの。そうだね。そうだ。フレッシュな感じがなんかカムバックしたよね。確かに。カムバックして、歌詞とかもね、大人っぽくなって。そうそう。ダンスもめっちゃいい。めっちゃいい。めっちゃいいと思います。それいいよね。iPad と。ノリゲーム多いからね。覚えてほしい。なんかさ、XG したらかなりやんちゃな感じ。わかる。こういう。わかる。やしなる。あんまやんないの。そう。だからちょっとあれやりたい。
That's very true. I think Hanada said like they don't do this very often, which is very true. And their choreography is usually very like tight and precise and sometimes relatively intricate. What makes Rock the Boat stand out as a choreography is it's much simpler, more laid back, and it's a little bit looser than a lot of their other choreographies. It kind of reminds me of like a New Jeans choreography, where they're still coordinated, but there are also moments when they're allowed to kind of freestyle or go loose before they go back into synchronization. Okay, well that was the behind the scenes for Rock the Boat. I enjoyed that. That really gave me a lot to think about, and kind of, again, it gives you better insight on how they do things. What was your favorite part of the behind the scenes? What was your favorite location? If you were going to film, which location would you have like to have filmed at? If you go to Singapore, would you like to go to any of those places? I don't know. Let me know. Also, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Why haven't you subscribed yet? Do what's right. You know what your parents want you to do. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.